Hi, it's Nip Monkey. Welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play, and this is another episode, episode 2 in fact, on my Geekworld. Now, as we did last time, we are just going to build random stuff here to kind of give everyone insight into my geeky psyche. So what we've done is we built the transporter thing here. Now, all I did between episodes really was put that console thing in place and put the roof on it to give it a little bit of extra. I haven't done anything about the transport yet, but I will do very, very shortly. Now, what I'm also going to do is a little change in plan with regards to how I'm going to work things out. Rather than having it, oh, there's all the comic book stuff, and there's all the TV and film stuff, and there's the music stuff, and there's this. I'm just going to mix it all together because why not? Because that's how my mind works. So what we do is we're going to build just here today. And we are going to build something very, very recognizable. There's no other way around it. And we are going to start here. I'm going to build it nice and big, I believe, right across here. So we need to start off with some black because we need to put a base on it. So we're just going to bung a load of black along here and we'll fill out in a minute just to give me an idea. And what the idea is as you're traveling around this world, this is actually going to be one of the first things you see as you drive along. So we will bring it in one there. I'm just building up to give myself a little idea of exactly how I'm going to work this one. So go 5 across, and then we're going to go another 5, I think, like that. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to build this up just very, very quickly. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go for my swiftness potion again, just to make sure, obviously, I can do this as quickly as possible because we're not going. Now, within about, I don't know, about 5 minutes, probably less, you guys will realise exactly what I'm building because, quite frankly, you don't get much more famous than this. This is, if I say, it's from the computer world. And it literally, as I said, is one of the most famous things in the world ever. So I'll just try and get this proportion right a second as I go around. 4, 5. Does that look about right to me? Yep. Okay. And then we will, as I said, we will get into it and obviously build him out. So let's see. Have I got that the right side? I've got that the right basis. So what I want to do is I want to go a couple out here, and this will get pretty much to the end of where I want to be, size-wise. So he's going to be fairly sizable, as you can see. So I'm just going to fill him in now, and then we'll deal with the rest of the details later. In fact, we can start coming in now. So let's come in here. 1, 2, 3, and we'll come in from there, I reckon. Straight across. Now, can you tell what it is yet? This should be relatively simple for everyone. Let's build it out like this, and then let's take him in. 3, build him like that. And then let's, it says building on the front of it, which shouldn't be too good. Hey, sun's coming out. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm getting an idea of what we're doing here, and this is going to be pretty symmetrical now as well. Along here, out to here. I think I'm going to end up tweaking this anyway because I'm not going to be happy with it because this is me. Like that. And then another one up as long as there. One here. Let's see. Yep. And then one here. Is that looking all right to me? I'm not liking the shape of his mouth there. So let's take some of the stuff back. So let's take him. Make him nice and pointy at the front. Would that make it more sensible for me shape-wise? Yeah, I reckon. So I took that one off there, and that one off there. Fill it in there. Do I like that more? I think I might. He's well offline actually, isn't he? So let's Didn't he actually? I wonder if I put another one on the top there, that could make me feel happier about him. Not really. There. A bit more balanced, everyone. No. Right in. Right. 2, 1, 1. Into the center. That's what we are. I think because I changed that alteration, it's going to really annoy me. So 2, 1, 2 across. No, that's even. Okay. There are very famous characters within the world of gaming. Now, most of you guys out there of a certain age will have encountered this guy. There's no reason about it. In fact, it's actually made a resurgence now. There's a new cartoon and everything about it, which my little one's watched and is kind of keen on. But how do I put it this way? I come from an age where I'm actually older than this guy. In fact, the first console I made, I'll actually, in a later video when I actually build something from it, I will kind of show you a picture of it so you know kind of what I'm talking about. And it was a console called the Philips G7000, and it is an archaic piece of rubbish, which was far outdone by the lovely guys who created this guy, who are the guys at Atari, and they obviously took the idea that someone really should just eat little dots and then eat little ghosties that went along, because yes indeed we are having a semblance of a Pac-Man happening here. Not a very good one, I must say. I'm going to round his face off a bit because that's just really annoying me. Make him more circular, because obviously he is kind of sacred. Is that making me happier? That's making me a lot happier. So there we go. For the first is Pac-Man, and obviously what would Pac-Man be without his little mates to face off against? And they are, if I remember, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. I believe you will have to really ask my daughters about that. Really, they're the Pac-Man aficionados in the world. So we are going to give him. I mean, because what is Pac-Man without dots to eat? Really, to be fair. My surface is worn off. I'll need this now because I'm going to fill this in a bit now with a bit more black. Just to give it, because what I want to do is I want to build this place up so that when I do these kind of little two-dimensional builds rather than three-dimensional builds, I want to kind of build in around them to make them kind of pretty evident, so that when you appear out of wherever you're coming, when you do obviously come on this world, when I obviously get it all done and release it for people to have a mess about on, the first thing you see is, big stuff. I don't want little stuff here. So you're going to have this nice banner because it's actually going to be pretty much. I mean, there's no way to get past it once you drop down off that sign. Okay, so let's get us a ghosty in, shall we? Okay, so we will start here. Is that enough gap, do we reckon, between Pac and his ghosty friend? Okay, so we're going to go light blue for this one. We're going to go there. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Just sort of spacing them out a bit, trying to give them some depth. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. I mean, there will be, as I'm trying to, go along and build everything out, a lot from gaming. I mean, I'm old. That's the way I describe it. I'm old. I mean, I'm 40. So we will, there'll be a lot of stuff here that will almost be an education, really. for a lot of people because you know, there's going to be stuff on here that a lot of you guys won't have heard of, which is always nice, I find, to be able to do that kind of thing. So we're going to go. So he's pretty much symmetrical as well, which is quite fun. And then we go straight across there, and there, and there. He's going to be okay. I quite liking him so far. So up. So let me just fill that in a second. And that one, and that one, and that one. Just so I've got my own sanity together. In fact, let's take that out and let's just do blue across there. You see? Hey, this is working quite nicely. Okay, so we need to go back across again. Like that. It's going to be a weird colour. I think it's this texture pack actually. Before I reload the world, then I might actually change the texture pack just to see if I like it anymore. Because he is a bit of a strange colour. I mean, he's supposed to be a very light blue, and this is the light blue wool. But it's the texture of it, I think, is kind of doing me in a little bit. So let's put out one more. There. Okay, so we've got those. Okay, is he going to be? I think he's going to be out of proportion, so I'm careful. Right, let's make him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's make him a couple higher before we start going in. And this should actually give it a nice size. I'm trying to get in the same size as Pack, but obviously, yeah, it ain't going to go so well. So let me do now just, right, if I come in there, yeah, and then they do need some eyes, which is why I've got the white. So let's put first markers there, and then there and there, and then 2, and then there and there, there and there, and there. Looking all right. Looking all right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start his eyes a bit lower because of the way they kind of sit. Let's just do this. And my speed thing's worn off again, typically. Oh. Like that. Like that. And then I think we'll go, because he has a kind of weird, they have weird eyes. They don't quite fit properly. So I think, yeah, that looks right to me. Excellent. I'm liking those. So let's go over the top there. And there. And as I'm going really slowly now, let's just do that. Ooh. What do you think? Oh, I like his eyes. I like his eyes a lot. I really do like his eyes. Now, we're going to start building up. So, because he's going to be living in fear, his eyes are actually going to be right at the side of his head on that side. Just to obviously, you know, make it see that he's actually looking at Pack directly in fear of his life, to be fair. So, let's do that there. And then let's come in one here. Start shaping the top of his head. 1, 2, and then like that. That's not too bad at all. I think so. Let's put in the black around him. Okay. Like I said, yeah, as things come along, I mean, I have some, you know, I have proper old school gaming history. I mean, I didn't come through the SNES route like a lot of people did for consoles. I was a Spectrum man. I don't know how big or how well known the Spectrum was in places like the US, but over here it was absolutely massive. It was one of those places where all the games came on cassette, and you spent 3 hours waiting, trying to load the thing. Well, I'd say 3 hours. It always felt like that. It's probably about 4 or 5 minutes. only for like 50% of the time it to crash on you immediately. But yeah, there will be some references to that coming up in the future as well. SNES will be kind of vacant from here. Because obviously, that's not my history, that's not my world. But you will get some PS1 stuff, because that's the route I came. I came through PS1 with sort of Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7, and that sort of thing, which will make an impact because that's the best game ever. And then obviously, we'll go on PS2, Xbox stuff. I'll put some, much younger stuff and things in there as well. So there you go. At the moment, we have our first geeky Pac-Man area. Now I think what I might do is actually might put another ghost to the right-hand side of it as well, and we'll flesh that out so it goes nicely on that strip there to bank up the wall. But at the moment I have a Pac-Man and I have my first ghost done. And I would like to thank you all for coming and taking this view into my psyche. If anybody wants, if this first video is seen by us, do subscribe and drop us a like. That would be brilliant. If you want to find us anywhere, we're on Instagram as Goth Monkey Gaming. We're also on Facebook as well. There's a page for Goth Monkey Gaming as well. I have also set up a Twitch account. At some point, I will start using it, and we'll work on stuff from there. But obviously, I'll pick my game very carefully before I do it, because all I'll do is I'll go in, I'll live play, and I will show myself up something chronic. So, in the meantime, this is Nick Monkey saying thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.